We're here in the West Branch of the Dead Creek in Addison County. We are at one of our monitoring stations where we're monitoring nutrient runoff in this branch of the Dead Creek. And this is part of a USDA project that funds extension to basically try to understand the effect of conservation practices in aggregate within this watershed. So this is a long-term project. We started this in late 2019, early 2020, so we're 5 years in. We expect this will be at least a 10-year project. We monitor all storm events that come through this through this watershed. And we look at phosphorus, we look at nitrogen, we look at sediment, and then we also go up into the watershed, talk to farmers, try to understand what conservation practices they're using, and then pair that with this water quality data to better understand the effect of those practices. What we're actually doing yesterday and today, spending 2 days installing a new monitoring system within our monitoring shed down here right on the creek, and this system will allow us to collect much more frequent water quality data. We'll be able to get water quality data, phosphorus data, on 2-hour intervals, which is a tremendous improvement. Previously, we were only able to get 1 data point per storm, and then we'd get some base flow data every 2 weeks. Now we'll have data every 2 hours through the base flow periods and through all of those storms. So we'll really be able to look at the dynamics of phosphorus transport across these storms. Before we jump in there, I think what's really cool about this project is we have so many partners, other state and federal agencies that are invested in this work. Like right here, we're working with USGS, and they're doing the actual flow monitoring for us on this project. And then we're connected to their system, and their flow monitoring instrument actually triggers our water quality sampling instrument so that we're accurately collecting samples that account for that variation in flow. We're also working closely with Vermont A&R, Vermont Agency of Agriculture, Food and Markets, and then our primary funder and partner on the project is USDA NRCS in Vermont, and they've just been all of these agencies have been critical. This is truly a group effort in this watershed. Here's our monitoring hut. We might have some critters in here. Nope, things are looking good. Here is our kind of basic monitoring system. We have this sampler head which has a pump in it, and we pump water quality samples into a jug underneath. That's like I said, that's what we've been doing for 5 years. Gives us 1 data point per storm. And then here's our new system which we installed yesterday. And we're working with a company out of Eastern Maryland called Green Eyes, and this is their new lab system, and it is super exciting to have this level of technology and this automation within our watershed here in the Lake Champlain Basin. And this is the type of system, like I said, that can analyze phosphorus, soluble phosphorus, and total phosphorus on 2-hour intervals. We're all connected with a cellular network so that we can actually see those data wherever we are at the desk on campus in Burlington, or on our phone. If we're at a different field site, at home at night, we can always access that data and see what's happening with our storms and with our nutrient transport. Basically, it's a laboratory analysis system that you would see on a bench, like in our lab in Jeffords Hall on UVM campus. And it's been miniaturized and made more efficient and made more rugged so that it can be deployed in the field here in monitoring stations like this. We have a heating system. That was a DIY effort that I tried with a motorhome water heating system powered by propane, and I have a little heating loop, copper heating loop running through here so that we can capture runoff events during cold weather. We really think, certainly we have runoff in the summer, but we see a lot more runoff in the winter time now as we're getting more snowmelt periods and winter thaws. We mounted the system yesterday. We ran it overnight just with some stock solutions, just to make sure everything's working correctly. And today we're going to deploy the pump system into the creek and start pulling actual water from the channel. Well, actually, this is such a big part of this story. Is here we are, driest summer on record. The water's not actually flowing in the creek. We're at a standstill, and have been for probably a month and a half, 2 months. Again, like, this is such a perfect example of what's happening here in Vermont. 2 summers ago, we had the wettest summer on record, and here we are, driest summer on record. And this is what this work is really, it's focused on water quality, but it's really trying to understand how climate change is also affecting nutrient loads and water flows within our watersheds. And this is just, I mean, we're really in the thick of it right now, looking at these extremes. So super excited to have this type of monitoring capability deployed in Vermont, and really just providing information as we see these climate extremes occur.